One other thing I noticed is that your blog is running an older version of WordPress, and you have lots of comments and plugins and updates that need to be done. And that's only one of the things. Recently, in the last 6 months, I've had 4 or 5 clients whose sites have been hacked by hackers, and their site has been wiped out. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you, and that is that number one, these updates are really important because typically when Google is asking, or when rather WordPress is asking you to update, this is one of the largest website design softwares out there, and what that means is it's also going to be one of the most attacked softwares. So with updating and knowing what it is, these updates typically are going to be something that is going to have a lot of bug fixes, but it's also going to have a lot of security fixes. And then your plugins, same thing. So lots of different things that are going to be updated with the plugins. And plugins are one of the #1 ways that hackers can actually get into your website. So but WordPress also tells you should back up your database and make sure that you back up your site, because sometimes these plugins, just like an iPhone, when you update the Apple iOS software on your iPhone, the plugins or the apps that are on your iPhone sometimes don't work because they're not yet compatible with the new version of the software. So plugins work the same way. And sometimes when you update, if you are to come in here and just update on your own, sometimes things on your site will all of a sudden stop working, and that's because the plugins that we're using are not compatible with the new version of WordPress. So 3 things that we need to do. One, we need to keep your WordPress up to date with all the latest plugins and the core WordPress files. 2, we need to back up your site. Your site has no backups, so therefore if something were to happen to it, then it would be gone and you'd end up paying all over again and having to go through all the work to redesign it, which would be horrible. And 4, we need to put some security on here so that we can make sure that the site has a secure back end, a firewall, and that if hackers do come into your site to try to log in, which you will find that there will be hundreds of people that come to this admin page and try to log in with different usernames and passwords. There's actually bots that they create that will sit here and just try to log in over and over and over and over and over again, and that is bad. And I can show you an example, for instance, here. And you can see right now these are all attempts that fake Google caller automatically blocked. There's all kinds of these that happen on a daily basis. And so having people who are trying to access the site too frequently, IPs that are locked out from login. This one I just installed just the other day, but you can see these are frequent accesses to the site. And so this is 109 attempts have been blocked. 4 attempts, 7 attempts, 3 attempts. These are all attempts that people are trying to get in and use the invalid usernames, and they're trying to attempt to log in to hack your site. So this is going to happen all the time. And right now, you have no protection on your site. And so if I were to, your hackers are probably trying to get this, and this is something that's new that we're offering. It's a package that will protect your site, back up your site, and it will keep it updated with the latest themes. And if something did happen to your site, I would be responsible for restoring it so you would not lose everything. And it's called my WordPress Security Backups and Updates, and it's $3.99 a year to do this, and I monitor it for you all the time. So this is something I wanted to show you real quick so that you could consider doing this to make sure that your site is protected. Give me a call if you have any questions.